Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sam Gelfand. Tonight is a test, both for me and for North Broward. You see, tonight, my color commentator, Ben Curtis, will not be here until the second half. This is a rite of passage for all broadcasters to be able to do both play-by-play and commentary on their own. All the greats have done it. Red Barber, Vin Scully, Bob Costas, and now it's my turn to see if I am up to the task. Meanwhile, North Broward Prep is playing Florida Air Academy. They are the Falcons. The Falcons are the 22nd ranked team in Florida. North Broward is 333rd. It's going to be an uphill battle for both of us. But at the same time, I have seen greater miracles happen. My question to you people is, do you believe? Do you believe that I can do this on my own? Do you believe that North Broward can defeat Florida Air Academy? I say yes to both, but there's only one way to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, stick around. The first quarter is about to start. Just a few brief moments. I'm on the air. Nice to see you. It's great to see that we are live today. Our cameraman tonight is landing. We actually had a problem getting all of our equipment in order in time for tonight's game. I actually was able to jerry-rig a tripod for the phone that is recording tonight's game. Yes, it is an iPhone. We don't have the proper equipment to be able to record with a camera so far. Understood. And right now I'm being asked by the referees to move our announcing table back a little bit. I'm on the air, sir. Thank you very much. And hopefully you'll still be able to see, and it's no longer... What happened? The stream went out. The stream has stopped. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back after that brief technical difficulty. Florida Air Academy Falcons are playing your North Broward Eagles. Number 24 for the Falcons, Darius Allen, was just fouled there. He's going to take a couple of shots. And unfortunately, it looks like our video feed is still down. So in the meantime, I will be describing this through audio. Darius Allen sinks his first free throw of 2. Referee signals he has one more shot. And he makes it. The score is now Falcons 2, North Broward nothing. A quick layup by the Falcons is not successful. Pass it over to 15 to number 0. That is Devonta Jordan. He's looking for an open man. He finds one in number 24, Darius Allen, back to Jordan. Another open man, Julius Johnson, number 23, the 13. That is Sean Mobley. He's a sophomore. He's a rather tall sophomore. 23 shoots from downtown, cannot make it. Eric Steigelfest, number 1 of the Eagles, comes up with the rebound. Alec Campbell passes it back to Steigelfest. He's looking for an open man just outside of the three-point line. Finds one in number 11, Andre Forrester. Goes for the layup, cannot come up with it. Rebounded by Mobley. Brings it past half court. Number 24, Darius Allen, brings it out of bounds. I'll be right back. I need to make sure that our camera's in working order. Well, this is certainly strange. The camera reads that it's picking up. However, not showing up on the screen. A little strange. The ball is back in play. Andre Forster has it. Passes over to Ethan Lasco. Sorry, that's not Ethan Lasco. That's number 22, Austin Greenfield. He didn't make the shot anyway, so it doesn't matter. 23 over to 24. Jams it in! A beautiful tomahawk dunk by number 24, Darius Allen, a junior for Florida Air Academy. There are 6 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock for the first period. Allen's also going to take a couple of shots. First one bounces off of the rim. Eric Steigelfest with the rebound, brings it past half court to Forrester. Looking for a man, heavy covered. And the ball goes on the floor, bounces out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be a ball for Florida Air Academy. Now my question is, why is our stream not working? I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, we will figure it out by the end of this first period. In the break between first and second period, I will make sure to go over and sort this whole mess out. Meanwhile, there's 6 minutes, 21 seconds left on the clock as North Broward just brought it out of bounds. The score is Florida Air Academy Falcons 4, North Broward Eagles 0. Greenfield passes it into number 13, Noah Roberson, at half court. He's covered by Mobley, tries to find a way around him, jukes him out, passes it over to Greenfield on the wings, out to Steigelfest, who's right inside the key, but then out to Ethan Lasko, who's going to draw a charge. Looks like that's going to be a penalty on North Broward. Correction, a foul. There are 2 fouls committed by North Broward, 1 by Florida Air Academy so far. Andre Forrester passes it in to number 13, Noah Roberson. Under heavy coverage, he draws a penalty. Ladies and gentlemen, you may notice a small box in the bottom left corner of your stream tonight. That's because instead of having a score bug, because we don't have the capabilities yet, we are broadcasting to you the scoreboard itself. As number 24, Darius Allen comes up with the layup. He has been an offensive force to be reckoned with so far. Noah Roberson, ball on the floor, picks it up to Forrester, but they're on their own key right there. They're not playing very good offense. Coach calls timeout. There is 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining on the clock. North Broward is simply being outplayed on the offensive end here. They can't keep up. North Broward is a speedy team, but the problem with speed is that if you don't have anywhere to go with it, then you can't use it. It's almost worthless in a way, and Florida Air Academy has found a way to solidify their defense to the point where North Broward just cannot get near the basket. The huddle is broken. Players assemble near the sidelines. Looks like it's going to be a North Broward ball. Eric Steigelfest will be bringing it in. Looking for an open man. Passes it to Andre Forrester, but deflected out of bounds by the coverage of number 15, Juozas Petkis of Florida Air Academy. So that's going to be a North Broward ball again. Steigelfest to Ahmet Putin, number 5. He is covered by number 0, Devonta Jordan, trying to find a way around. Passes to Steigelfest, gets through the line to Greenfield from the wings. 3-pointer, sinks it. The score is now 6-3 North Broward. That could be a game changer. You know, it's the small things in the game that choose the momentum, your path, how this game is going to go. North Broward might just have their fundamentals in order. But a sick layup by Devonta Jordan makes me question those words right there. 8-3 now. Putin bringing it down the side of the court, passes it over. There's a whistle blown, and I'm not entirely sure whose ball that is going to be. We should have video feed by now. For some reason, we don't. Looks like Austin Greenfield will be taking the ball in for North Broward. Florida Air Academy is playing some man-to-man to Steigelfest. North Broward's big man. He comes into the key with the jump shot, and it bounces out. No good. Number 3, Cade Green, has the ball for Air Academy to 24 to Green. He's looking for a way inside that key. He's back to half court now to 23 to 15. Petkis passes it over to 24. Looking for a shot, can't come up with one. A layup, and it is good. 10-3, Florida Air Academy. The whistle is blown as Ahmet Putin tries to bring it down court. This is a great, fast-paced game of basketball that we are seeing right now. It's a little bit of a shame that we don't have the video to be able to prove that. Ahmed Putin has the ball, number 5. He is guarded by Cade Green, number 3, looking for a way inside the key, passing to number 11, Andre Forrester. The little spin move doesn't get him anywhere to Putin. Shot that one. And the ball will go back to the Falcons. Number 23, Johnson, passes it to number 15, Petkus. To Johnson to Petkus. The three-pointer is no good. Forrester with the rebound. There is no one there. He goes for a layup, and it is good. 5-10. North Broward still trailing by 5, but you know what? They're getting their heads back in the game right now. 13 over to Petkus. He throws it back to 13. That is Sean Mobley. A shot from the wing is good. Three-pointer is good. 13-5. Putin has been controlling the ball a lot for North Broward. He has the ball right now. He's been proving himself to be an excellent point guard. Steigelfest was given the ball, and then to Forrester. Double teams here. Finds a way to get it to Steigelfest. He passes it to Ethan Lasko on the wings, who is forced out of bounds by Florida Air Academy. There's 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock right now in the first period, as you can see by the scoreboard in the bottom left part of your screen. Greenfield over to Forrester, over to Putin with a long three is good! He sinks it in, and the crowd goes wild. 13-8 right now. Green passes it over to Petkus. Over to 24. Number 3 tries to jam it in. The dunk is not successful. It comes out of the basket. Putin with the ball on the sides around half court. Finds an open man in Steigelfest. Passes it over to Forrester. He is triple teamed out to Ethan Lasko, number 24, just beyond the three-point arc. He's looking for a way inside the key. He's going to slow down the tempo a little bit. He's not going to let Florida Air Academy force him into his game. He finds an open lane. He sinks it, but also knocks down Cade Green of the Falcons. That was some aggressive ball play by Ethan Lasko. Got to hand it to the sophomore, as number 30, Marcelo Payton, will bring it in for the Falcons. Passes it over to Green. Chance of defense coming from the North Broward bench. 24 over to 23, over to Green. From behind the arc, it is good. 16-8. Now, it may be true, Air Academy is doubling North Broward's score, but really, you can't rely on the score alone to see how this game is going. Well, you can't really see anything at all. There's no video feed for whatever reason. However, I can assure you that this is some game of basketball that's being played. Andre Forrester given the ball on the sidelines. Passes it over to Putin. Covered by Green. He finds number 22, Greenfield, over to Forrester. There is no one there. The layup is good. 16-10, North Broward's getting some momentum. Green passes it over to number 11, back to Green, over to 23, Julius Johnson. Long three is no good, bounces off the front of the basket, and a foul is drawn on number 11, Andre Forrester. There's 1 minute and 48 seconds left in this first period. Steigelfest will bring it in for North Broward. Steigelfest is North Broward's biggest player. He's also their highest scorer. Haven't seen much of him today, though. Passes it in to Putin, who escapes Green, his man. The spin move past half court, passes it to Greenfield. He's covered by Devonta Jordan. Over to Forrester on the other side of the court. Over to Lasko by the sidelines. Pass it over to Putin at the opposite side. 3-point. Bounces out. Excellent rebound by number 15, Juozas Petkus. Cade Green cannot bring in the layup. Petkus tries to go for the tip-in. Cannot convert. Ahmed Putin has the ball right now. Over to Lasko. That pass is nearly overshot. Lasco's been playing a dangerous game all night. As shown here, he sticks too close to the sidelines. That's a dangerous move to get you into trouble when the ball goes out of bounds, just as this did here. It will be a Falcons ball with 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the first period. I'd like to remind you all that this game is sponsored by Brainwash, the official online magazine of North Broward Prep. That is at brainwashnbps.com. Check it out. I'm the sports editor. I like to think my stuff is pretty good. Devonta Jordan, number 0, dribbles the ball past half court. Number 23 at the basket, comes up with the layup, 18-10. This action is moving fast here. As Alec Campbell, number 2, he was recently subbed in, passed it over to Steigelfest, over to Lasco, over to Steigelfest, near the basket. Layup is no good. Less than 45 seconds left on the clock. Big man number 13 draws a traveling penalty. Steigelfest is going to bring it in, looks like, to Alec Campbell. Yes, that assessment is correct. Guarded by Jordan, number 0. Past half court, looking for an open man, finds one in Steigelfest, who is shoved by number 13, who is Sean Mobley, the sophomore. Looks like Steigelfest is going to take a couple. 38.9 seconds left on the clock in the first period. Oh, the clock is now running. Is that an error? I don't think so. Yes, it is, actually, because now the clock stops at 32.5 seconds. They're going to have to set that back. Steigelfest will be taking 1 and 1. Lines up for his first free throw. He does not make it. Rebounded by number 15, Petkus. Brought back to the other side of the court. Number 23 passes it to 24. Petkus 15. Johnson 0. They're just passing it around this court. They made a trapezoid there as Mobley, sorry, that was Petkus, sinks the short three-pointer. 10 seconds left in the first period. It is 21-10. Falcons are in the lead over the Eagles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first period. I will be right back in 1 minute. I'm going to try to get this video situation sorted out. We'll be right back in 1 minute. Back with video, thank whatever God you believe in. There's just a few seconds before the second period will start again, and that is now. I'm a little winded, having to run to the middle of the bleachers and back, but you know what? That's to be expected. I'm a broadcaster, not an athlete, otherwise I'd be on the court right now. I am 6'2", I could probably do this. Ball's going to go back into play. It's a Florida Air Academy ball. Devonta Jordan brings the ball in for the Falcons. Over to 24, back to Jordan. Over to 23 for Julius Johnson. The ball is stolen by number 2, Alec Campbell. Over to Greenfield. Finds an open man. Steigelfest shoots, cannot come up with the layup. And there's no one there. Boom! Shakalaka! A one-handed dunk by Devonta Jordan brings the hammer down. I have to admit, that was impressive. He's only a junior. Greenfield shoots the long three, and he's going to make it from downtown. Both teams are on a roll right now. Jordan with the layup cannot come up with it. Andre Forrester with the rebound. The layup is no good for him. Sean Mobley passes it over to Jordan. Attempts another layup, makes it this time. The score is 25-13 as a timeout is called on the court. If someone could get me a water, that would be greatly appreciated. There's 7 minutes and 2 seconds left in the second period. And it looks like North Broward has drawn a considerable amount of fouls. Or is that Florida Air Academy? I was never entirely sure. which the 3 and the 7 mean on the scoreboard, as you can see in the bottom left of your screen there. I'm not sure if that's fouls drawn or fouls committed.
Fouls committed.
I'm being told that's fouls committed. Florida Air Academy is committing a lot of fouls in this game. As Noah Robertson brings it into half court for North Broward left. Alec Campbell setting up a play. Looking for a man. Finds Robertson on the other side of the court. Steigelfest over to Robertson from downtown. Cannot make it. Greenfield on the recovery. Shoots and scores. Someone brought me a water. I am eternally grateful. I needed that. Number 11 with the long 3 is no good. That was Austin Smith who attempted it. He's a senior. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Falcons ball. Scores 25-15. 6 minutes and 26 seconds left in the second period. Number 11 passed it over to 13, 23-24. I promise you by the end of this game, I will know everyone's names. But then again, I've never seen these guys before. 11, Smith cannot come up with the shot. Steigelfest with the rebound. Passes it to Alec Campbell. A nice pick without really having to do anything by Steigelfest. Lasco passes it to Steigelfest, who's been unproductive until now. The layup by Eric Steigelfest gets the crowd hyped. Jordan. Up with the ball, nearly stolen. Ooh, and that was nearly an alley-oop, turned layup, turned missed shot. I have to say, I feel for Florida Air Academy there. That could have been really, really cool. Florida Air Academy will get 2 shots. Darius Allen, number 24, will be taking them. Once again, a shout out to our cameraman, Landon, as Allen sinks his first shot. Landon's been doing an excellent job for us tonight. And look who's coming down the sidelines. It's Ben Curtis, my color commentator. You could not have come quick enough. I'm already hoarse.
How's it going, Sam?
It is nice to see you. You are a sight for sore eyes as Greenfield passes it over to Forrester. You missed one heck of a first period. Not only in that it was some nice fast-paced basketball, but also that we couldn't get the video feed to work.
Oh, wow. That's unwanted entertainment.
Yeah, so not only was I doing both play-by-play and color commentary, but I was doing radio play-by-play and color commentary,
that's
which is
impressive.
doubly.
That is very impressive.
I said at the beginning of this game is a test for all of us. Boom, shakalaka! Number 0, Devonta Jordan, with an excellent dunk, jamming it in. That cup's empty. You can knock it over. I don't care. 29-17. The foul is drawn. Now, Ben, you just got back from baseball tryouts for North Broward's baseball team. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was good. I think we got a good team this year, and I think we're going to be able to make some noise in the district. And right now, the Eagles aren't making too much noise against Florida Air Academy.
Well, once again, this is one of those games where the scoreboard doesn't necessarily reflect how North Broward's playing, as Steigelfest will go for 1-1. Because they've been playing some excellent fundamental basketball. Air Academy has been bringing it on the defense and on the fast breaks. But really, both of these teams have momentum. It's switching in between which one hasn't.
Yeah, and that was an amateur mistake by the Eagles, getting a lane violation on a 1-on-1. Can't happen because you need that first basket if you're going to have a second free throw. So I think head coach Wolheim is going to need to make some changes at halftime.
Agreed. Also near the end of halftime, Coach Wallace will be joining us on the sidelines for a small talk. Number 23 cannot come up with a 3-point, and it is knocked out of bounds by his own players. 23 is Julius Johnson. You have your rosters right there. As Jordan brings it in. Number 11 passes to the other side of the court. 24 now has it. 11. Every time they pass the ball near us, it kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah, I instinctively reach my hands up to catch the ball. I don't realize that there's a Florida Air Academy player coming right there.
It's human nature. It's nothing you can prevent. Well, actually not speaking of anything, I just want to point it out. As you can see, Ben, on my screen right here at the bottom left corner, we now have a shot of our scoreboard. until we can get ourselves a scoreboard. That's going to be useful. Jordan on the fast break once again with a layup, 31-17 now.
That's really crisp passing by the Florida Flight Academy Falcons. They're moving the ball very, very well, and the Eagles are going to have to try to settle it down into the half court when they're on defense.
Exactly. Air Academy has been dominating on the fast break. Once they start, there is no stopping them. North Broward needs to figure out how to stop the fast break, especially around number 0, Devonta Jordan, who's just been absolutely dominant this game. Several dunks already. 3-point is no good, but number 15, Joseph Petkis, brings it home, 33-17.
That's a hustle play by the Florida Flight Academy Falcons, and that's going to be
a
timeout. Offensive rebounds are a great showing of hustle, being able to box out your man and get inside for the rebound, and that's where many of your points come, in the dirty work on the offensive rebounds.
Exactly. A couple of players on each side have stood out when it comes to rebounds. Eric Steigelfest and Andre Forrester for North Broward have been really producing when it comes to rebounds. And on the Flight Academy side, it's mostly been number 13, Sean Mobley, number 15, Joseph Petkis. They're the two big guys. And number 0, Devonta Jordan, who has just been dominating every single stage of this game. You know who he kind of reminds me of?
I'm thinking a 6'11", 8th grader for, I believe, university school?
Yeah, I think so. I believe his name was Koprakova.
Is that it?
You can start the Copper counter up to 1 for this game. If you missed our first broadcast and you're missing a really great inside joke, Ethan Lasco cannot come up with the three-pointer. The ball will go back to the Air Academy Falcons. Did you know that Florida Air Academy is the alumnus of Prince Fielder of the Detroit Tigers?
I did not know that. I knew he grew up in the general Florida area. I did not know that he was originally a Falcon.
Yes, he actually played there for 3 years. Put up some pretty impressive numbers. Got a couple of facts here about Florida Air Academy because we couldn't find any of their statistics online. Number 11 will get the ball passed it to 3. Cade Green to number 30. Marcelo Payton, haven't heard much from him. 11 shoots from downtown. It is good. Austin Smith, the senior, connected on that one.
That's really crisp ball movement from the Falcons. To the wing, to the top of the key, back to the wing, back to the other wing, opening up the easy shot.
Now Greenfield will control the ball for North Broward. Pass it over to Roberson just beyond the arc. Back to Greenfield to Steigelfest inside the key to Lasco outside. Tries to force his way in. The layup goes off the bottom of the basket. Number 11 with the layup. Austin Smith, once again, there's that Florida Air Academy fast break. There's a reason why these guys are the 22nd team in the state.
Yeah, Smith has really been seeing the court well. He had a three-pointer just a couple possessions ago, and then realizing his team is about to force a turnover, running up the court, getting the pass, and laying it up and in.
Lasco controls the ball. Make that Noah Roberson. Tries to force his way in. Passes to Greenfield. Realizes the effort is futile. What was that on the three-pointer? Off the side of the backboard. And number 23, Julius Johnson, coming in clutch. Falling to the ground, but still making the layup.
Yeah, and the Eagles need to slow the game down, and this is what they're going to do. They need to get the game back onto their fingers before Florida Air Academy runs away with it.
Lasco with the shot is no good. Greenfield with a rebound. Roberson from the center hits the three. It is 40-20. Yes, Air Academy is doubling North Broward's score, but then again, when you look at the rankings of these teams, 22 to 333, doubling's not bad.
No, and the Eagles have put up a pretty respectable effort, and it won't help there with that missed three and another rebound from Florida Air Academy.
And now number 3, Cade Green, controls the ball at half court. He loses control of it, and it looks like he accidentally let it slip to the other side. Whistle's blown. 1 minute 46 seconds left in the first half. I don't know about you. You just got back from baseball practice. I've been running my mouth all game. I think we both deserve some water.
Yeah, 1 minute 46 left, and I think the Eagles need some water too, because they need to find a way to adjust at halftime. That's where a lot of your adjustments come, not pregame, but after you've seen them already and at halftime. The Eagles need to find a way to slow down the Falcons.
Any sports fan can tell you a break is where the momentum shifts. As Austin Greenfield misses the three, an air ball goes out of bounds. Momentum shifts are caused by breaks in play. And a break in play could really benefit North Broward right now as number 10, Javier Rosario, passes over to 30. Both 10 and 30 we haven't heard much from today. Number 11 has it to 10, to 15. The long three is no good. 31 with the rebound. Makes the layup. That was 34. My mistake. That is Demetrius Papadimitriou.
Wow.
Good luck pronouncing that one.
That might win best. That might win best name of the state. Better than Koprikova.
I don't know if Koprikova versus
say that name again?
Papadimitriou. There's also a Giorgio Christopoulos on Florida Air Academy. Two Greek names.
That's way too many vowels.
Too many. But who am I to judge? No one can pronounce my last name either. 30 seconds left in the first half. And it looks like Florida Air Academy is going to try to slow it down. Three-pointer is no good. They don't need to be fast right now. They own the scoreboard, 44-20.
Yeah, they just need to make sure that they don't turn the ball over too much. Because turnovers is how North Broward, and pretty much any high school basketball team, makes their runs. So if they hold on to the basketball, make effective passes, then they're going to hold on and win this game.
A foul is drawn, and let's see whose possession it is. It looks like it will be some shots for number 15, Juozas Pincus.
Another good name.
Another good name. There's some very good names on the Florida Air Academy team right now. Sinks one of two.
Also some very good basketball players on this team.
I believe I've been mistakenly referring to them a couple times as Florida Flight Academy. Do I have to get your alliteration of the Air Academy or Florida Flight? You have to make up your mind. 3, 2, 1. The shot is no good, and that is the end of the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, the Florida Air Academy Falcons lead over your North Broward Prep Eagles 45-20. We'll be right back in about 4 or 5 minutes, or actually it depends on how much time it's going to be in halftime, but we'll be back pretty soon with Coach Wallop himself and hopefully a couple of bottles of water. Thanks for sticking around. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are 3 minutes before the start of the second half, and I'm joined here by Coach Casey Wallop with North Broward Prep. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm pretty all right, a little hoarse, but you know when it comes with the territory. Now, how do you think North Broward's been playing tonight?
We've struggled to cover the middle of the zone. They're moving the ball really well. Their physical play is forcing us out of our offense, so we got to be stronger with the ball so we can run our plays and execute.
Coach, you alluded to Florida Air Academy's physical play. How do you plan to stop them from getting offensive rebounds and second chance points?
On the back side of our zone, we have to block out. We just got to get a body, including the guards. Some of their guards are getting rebounds as well from long threes. So we just got to match their physical play.
Now, let's look on a positive note. What do you think some of the weaknesses are that we've seen from Florida Air Academy, and how is North Broward going to exploit them in the second half?
We're pushing the ball up the court well on made shots. And some of their overplaying we're taking advantage of. There's some good shots that we got, moving the ball inside out, so we'll continue to do that in the second half.
Coach, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Coach Casey Wallop, everybody. Ben, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you saw while I make sure that our video stream gets put right back up?
Yeah, as Coach alluded to, the back half of the zone, the part closer to the basket, Florida Air Academy has just been able to exploit it. They've had the more physical players. It seems as if they've wanted it more. They are the 22nd ranked team in the state, so they are fighting for a playoff spot. The top 25 teams in the state, in the district, get the opportunity to play for a playoff spot. And North Broward is and Florida Air Academy, should I say, is pretty close to that 25 ranked. They're right on the bubble. So they need to continue to get wins, especially against teams ranked lower like North Broward Prep, in order to reach the playoffs.
Ben, thank you so much for covering me. We have video once again, it looks like, just as the second half is about to start. Looks like it's going to be a Florida Air Academy ball. Devonta Jordan, number 0, who has been... No, I apologize. It is a North Broward ball. Andre Forrest will be taking it in. Devonta Jordan was guarding Noah Roberson, who brought the ball in past half court for North Broward to Greenfield. We see a little bit of that momentum change we were talking about. North Broward starts off fast, then draws a foul. Guess I'm going to have to eat my words.
Yeah, even though that was a turnover by the Eagles, you could see Ethan Lasco rotating around. That's what you want to do as a forward. Continue to get open looks to get the pass and then put up a shot. So good play there by Ethan Lasco, but it's going to be a turnover.
Agreed. Number 24 jams it in. That was rather impressive from number 24, Darius Allen. He's also been producing quite a lot, not as much as Jordan. Here comes Allen again. Repeat dunk. Jams it in.
Yeah, that was a pretty foolish pass by Andrew Ferguson, throwing the ball across his body and able to be intercepted.
Forrester with the layup, blocked, rejected. Oh, the alley-oop is missed. Oh, man, I can't help but find myself rooting for Florida Air Academy just a little bit because they're bringing that over-the-top action to this game. And here comes number 23. Kaboom!
Could one say that they were playing above the basket?
Yes, you could. It's your turn to make the puns now. It was my turn last game. Greenfield will sink it. It is 51-23. Now, Jordan controls the ball once again over to 23 to 13. That is Mobley. Jordan has the ball again to 15, the one with the name, Petkus. 24, Allen has the ball to Petkus, to Mobley. And his pass is way over Jordan's head. That's going to be a North Broward ball.
Yeah, Florida Air Academy just not on the same page there. One Falcon was trying to make a cut towards the basket. He was hoping to receive a bounce pass, but he was going for the long pass across the court to the wing to shoot a 3. So North Broward's going to get the ball on the turnover.
Chicago Fest looked to pass it into Ahmed Putin, but instead went to Andre Forrester's. A foul is drawn for holding. North Broward will get the ball back.
That is not a 10-yard penalty, however, or a 2-minute minor.
Correct, and nothing changed really as Forrester still gets the ball. Layup on the fast break, makes it in. 25, well, to 51. You can't mince words. You can't, make up stuff here. No malarkey on the broadcast. Sorry, I was looking for a way to say that without violating FCC rules. Number 24, Darius Allen passes over to 23, Johnson. To Mobley. To Petkus. North Broward playing some pretty effective defense here as Johnson looks to set up from half court.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see Mobley facing the basket and even out on the wing. He's a tall force for the Falcons, but he's playing out on the wing maybe so that the Florida Air Academy coach could get a little bit of him on the wing because this game appears to be in hand, but you never know.
Exactly. Number 24, Darius Allen just sunk one from downtown while you were talking. Lasco cannot come up with it, though. Rebound by Petkus. Over to Johnson. Finds his way around Putin, passes it over to Mobley to Petkus. Looks for an open man, finds one in Mobley. North Broward keeping him out of the key. Johnson looking to set something up. Passes it over to Allen. Johnson to Mobley. To Petkus to Mobley. I'm running out of breath.
North Broward appears to be playing the same kind of matchup zone that they did against University School. That's their trademark defense, but they might want to switch it up to maybe a 2-3 to keep the Florida Air Academy Falcons outside the paint.
The senior Julius Johnson there, he didn't make the point, but I have to give him some serious credit for trying something incredibly technically impressive. He's switching the ball between hands, goes for a layup. He doesn't make it, but now Darius Allen, number 24, is going to get a shot, which he makes. But I have to give him credit for that. It is 57-25, 4:47 left in the third period. And it looks like Eric Steigelfest is going to bring it in for North Broward. Who he's going to pass it to, I can't see. My view is blocked by Ethan Lasko. And it's Ahmet Putin, the point guard. He's been an excellent setup man for North Broward all game. There he goes. He sets it up to Steigelfest, who passes it over to Greenfield, over to Forrest. Signals something to Putin, but he can't get in front of the defenders. Whistle is blown. There's a timeout.
Yeah, Eric Steigelfest, usually one of the Eagles' most producer players, has been kind of quiet, and that's the Florida Air Academy defense keeping the Eagle Stars out of the game, something that the Eagles have not been able to do to the Falcons.
And we get a compliment. I love when that happens, whether on air or off air. Someone from Elevate Sports Institute. I'll give them a shout out there because he was so nice.
Yeah, Elevate is a great program. It's a school and a baseball camp. And it's also a dormitory. They get players from all sorts of places. Florida, the Dominican Republic, Cuba, everywhere, and they're really a great institution.
Well, I'll tell you what, I will agree with anyone who is either nice to me, gives me food, or money. So I'm more than happy to shout out Elevate Sports Institute. Andre Forrester bringing the ball and passing it to Ahmet Putin, who's looking to set something up, get something started for North Broward. Over to Greenfield, passes it back to Putin just beyond the arc. Back to Putin. To Steigelfest. To Putin. He is truly a point guard. Ethan Lasko looking for a man. And the ball's knocked out of his hand, stolen by Green. The layup is good. It is 59-25. Florida Air Academy Falcons are still in the lead over the North Broward Eagles. Greenfield passes it over to Putin to Greenfield from the long three. No good. Both 30 and Forrester missed the rebound, but number 3, Cade Green, came up with it.
Yeah, that was outside of Greenfield's range on the other end of the court. He needs to step up and either take a mid-range 2 or give the ball up to someone who can't hit the 3.
Now, it looks like it will be a Falcons ball here. Over to 11 at the corner, sinks the long 3. Impressive shot. Number 11, Andre Forrester passes to Alec Campbell, the other point guard for North Broward. To Lasko, to Campbell, once again trying to set something up. North Broward has kept the ball moving all game.
And that was a really nice three-point shot by the Eagles. That is crisp, effective passing, opening up an open 3.
I do have to wonder, though, at times, do you think they're passing too much? Do you think that they're winding down the clock and giving themselves less chances to score?
I do think they're being a little bit too selfish, trying to get the perfect shot when an open shot is really all that you need.
Well, you have to admit, just looking at this game, the players on Florida Air Academy are a little bit taller than North Broward. Sometimes it is hard to find even a mediocre shot, which Julius Johnson will take too. Sinks the first.
But I've noticed in my sort of belated time in this game, Florida Air Academy hits their free throws.
Yes, they do. Free throws, free throws, free throws. It is fundamental to the game. You cannot win without them. And there you go. He sinks 2 for 2. I just said you can't win without him, and look at the score, 64-28. They are more than doubling North Broward's score.
And you have to wonder when Florida Air Academy starts to let up the pressure a little bit. It's a 36-point game. The outcome is no longer really in doubt.
Ball nearly gets knocked towards up. It knocked towards us, excuse me. Although earlier, Alec Campbell, he was trying to signal for something. He just started patting his head. I wonder what that was signaling. Number 34 passing over to Cade Green, number 3 to number 11, Austin Smith. 34 again, to 30, to Green, the long 3, no good, bounces out. 34 is Papadimitriou with the rebound. I gotta say, I'm missing parts of this game because I have to look down at my roster and figure out how to pronounce his full name.
And by the time you pronounce his name, it might already be a turnover and a basket on the other end of the floor.
Exactly, I am missing significant portions of this game. Ethan Lasko at the corner, passes it over to Greenfield. Campbell. The shot is no good. Rebounded by number 34, Papadimitriou. It actually looked like number 34, I'm not going to say his last name anymore, 34 and number 12, Adiri Johnson were competing for that rebound. It's never a good idea to compete with your teammates, only with your opponents, as Air Academy makes it from downtown.
Yeah, that was better shot selection on the other end of the floor for the North Broward Eagles. Penetrating, kicking it out, and getting an open three. But he needs to start hitting their three-point shots, and there you go.
Speak of threes, Austin Greenfield delivers. I would say clutch, but there's 50 seconds left in the third period, and they're losing by 40. So I don't
38,
really,
give them credit.
Okay, I don't really think there are many clutch situations in the rest of this game. The whistle's blown, but the clock isn't stopping. And then the buzzer goes and the clock isn't stopping.
Yeah, I don't know, is there
They have
some
a
sort,
running clock?
I believe there might be some sort of running clock rule in basketball, just like there is in high school football. If at halftime the deficit is 35 or more, then there is a running clock throughout the entirety of the second half. I don't know, we might have something like that in this scenario.
Once again, North Broward passing it around quite a lot. Campbell back to Lasko, eating up time. That ate up a good 10-15 seconds. This is eating up 20 seconds. 5, 4. As Lasko is fouled going into the key. There is the buzzer. That is the end of the third period. The score right now is North Broward 31, Florida Air Academy 69. No wonder we only have 2 viewers.
And just since there's no real action going on right now, I would just like to point out in high school basketball news that was news made around the country, a school in California, their girls basketball team defeated a rival high school by, get this, and this was not a typo, a score of 161-2.
I believe I saw that highlight, and then the coach of the team that scored 161 points got suspended for some reason.
Suspended for 2 games. And the head coach of the losing team put out a statement in the paper saying, do not feel sorry for my team. Feel sorry for the other team. The way that they're not learning how to play the game. And I think I have to agree with him. That's just an incredible score.
Honestly, I think with a statement like that, the opposing coach should become a politician. That's the way you spin. That's the way you spin facts. That is, I got to give him some credit for that. There's 8 minutes back on the clock. And North Broward's going to come right back out, as are the Falcons. And we will begin the fourth period. Passes it over to number 1, Giorgio Christopoulos. That's the other very long name. Wow. 2 Greek players, both of them eating up time, trying to pronounce their names, as number 12, Adiri Johnson, controls the ball over to Greek number 11. Over to 34, Greek number 34. I'm not even going to bother anymore. Number 1, Christopoulos. Okay, I will bother. I take that back. He controlled the ball for a moment. It's going to be a North Broward ball. 7:24, the clock is running. There is a running clock rule.
Yeah, and I agree with that rule because, you know, the outcome of this game is no longer really in doubt. It's a 37-point lead for the Florida Air Academy Falcons, and it's a school night. And these are student athletes. As much as we think of them as basketball players, they are student athletes, especially at an academy as prestigious as North Broward Prep is. I agree with this rule. Also, to prevent it from becoming blowouts like the 161-2 rule, I don't know if they have the rule in California girls basketball.
And Greenfield sinks a long 3. I have to say, Austin Greenfield has been putting a significant number of points up on the board for North Broward tonight. Almost all of them from the 3-pointers, as the ball is dribbled out of bounds by the Falcons. 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go.
The amount of 3-point shots taken by the Eagles is a result of the Florida Air Academy zone that they've been playing, allowing North Broward to take those threes, but not letting them get inside.
Exactly. North Broward has not been able to penetrate inside the key all night. Feel a little bad for them. Marcelo Payton, he's a freshman, will be taking 2 shots. He's rather tall.
Yeah, and looking at the Florida Air Academy roster, mostly juniors, sophomores, a couple freshmen, a couple seniors. But this team is going to be quite good for years to come.
Agreed, just like university school, especially when you got someone like Copacova, who, by the way, actually made the Sun Sentinel the other day, I was told.
I saw that. I found an article on it. It was on the front page of the sports section, a profile of him. And he has a pretty interesting story. But we're forgetting, with the University School Suns, you think of Copacova. I believe we're up to 5 now on the Copper counter.
I'm not counting. I'm not good at math.
But the freshman, Nicholas Benito, was pretty impressive, too.
Oh, I have to agree with that. Do you think we'll ever make the cover of the Sun Sentinel sports page?
Probably not.
I have to agree with your assessment there. As number 30 passes it over to Christopoulos. His name isn't as bad, I guess. I can deal with that. Broward playing some decent defense as Peyton has to dump it over to 34. Over to 10. Javier Rosario, he's been rather silent all night. Whistle is blown. I got to give some credit to our cheerleading team, who's been here all game, making some noise, trying to keep the crowd entertained. It is a difficult task when the score is 70-35.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And I feel like North Broward, we can't see the crowd from this angle, but this is almost a full bleachers on this half of the court. North Broward's got some good school spirit, and I'm sure they will be out again in full force when the North Broward girls soccer team has a regional quarterfinals game on Thursday.
That is true. We might actually see if we can broadcast that. I don't know.
I believe we have a boys basketball game that day instead.
I thought they were away. Oh well, we'll have to check the schedule later. However, something that I do think of a lot, as a broadcaster, I found myself not only being an informer, but an entertainer as well. Do you ever feel like that?
Absolutely. And I think that the best broadcasters, when you talk about Barber and Scully and Costas, not only do they tell you what's happening, but they make you enjoy it.
Exactly. That's why my idol, and I think everyone's idol here, is Tim Kitzrow, who is the voice of NBA Jam. I've been borrowing a couple of his catchphrases. Here's one. Kaboom! As number 30, Marcelo Payton jams it in. That's 2 of his catchphrases in 2 sentences. I'm on a roll.
That's impressive. And also, I think another one who's great at entertaining the crowd while still being informative is Randy Moeller, the voice of the Florida Panthers on radio. He's famous for his goal calls, from everything from pop culture to just random sentences.
Tim Kitzrow, he did more games than just NBA Jam. He did some baseball games, some hockey games, and one of my favorite game of all time, MLB Slugfest 2004, he announced, and most of his home run calls were based on nursery rhymes.
And by the way, if you want to check out Sam's exclusive interview with Tim Kitzrow, just log on to brainwashnbps.com. That is North Broward Prep's student-run online magazine. Click on the sports page, and you'll be able to see exclusive interviews with the head of a pretty cool wrestling company. Martial arts company, shall I say, as well as Tim Kitzrow.
The man, the myth, the legend. Then again, there's only 2 people viewing us, and it's probably our parents, so they probably saw the interviews already.
One of us is actually Sam's computer. We have both of our computers set up. My computer is actually streaming the game. Mine's far more important.
Okay, then.
But Sam's is up so that we can get actually an instant replay, because there is about a 10-second delay.
That is true, as Christopoulos controls the ball at half court. We haven't done much play-by-play recently. Here comes number 10, Javier Rosario. He's been more of a setup man recently at the end of this game. I'm guessing they're putting in their reserves, because there's only 1:30 left in this game. It's 74-40. There's not much hope from the North Broward side. But then again, comebacks are possible. I'm sure you saw the Green Bay Packers Seattle Seahawks game the other night. What a comeback.
Yeah, that was a very impressive comeback from the Seattle Seahawks. Maybe one of the best of all time. You have to think back to the Bills-Oilers game a while back, when I believe the Bills came down from a 31-point deficit in the playoffs. But that was one for the ages, and that will be remembered for a long time as one of the best conference championships game ever.
The only comeback of that nature that I can think of in football was a Stanford University football game. I believe it was back in the 90s where everyone thought the game was over. The band actually took the field.
The band is on the field!
The band is on the field! These running backs weaving through the band members. That was quite entertaining to watch. As Ahmed Houghton lays himself down on the ground, getting the layup into the basket. Excellent effort on his part. We have a timeout on the court.
I might have to steal one of your puns, that he is putting some points on the board. Have you already used that pun today? I'm not sure.
Yet, no.
Not yet, so I get the honor of doing the pun for the day.
Well, you also made the earlier one. What was it? Above the basket.
Above
the
rim, yes.
Above the rim. Yeah, we've both been on pun patrol today.
The referee is giving us some odd looks.
He might... Actually, I don't know what to think there. Well, we got 3 viewers now.
We do. That's fantastic. So 2 outside viewers. I could probably guess who they are, but who cares?
Yeah, hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
As Christopoulos takes the ball to half court. Once again, North Broward is even putting their reserves out as he was guarded by number 25, Ivan Simirenko. 18 seconds on the scoreboard. Make that 15, 14, 13, 12. You want to count down with me?
Yeah, sure. As we head down into the last 10 seconds, North Broward's going to hold. I don't think they're going to shoot the ball. Just pass around.
3, 2, out of bounds, 0. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the game. Your North Broward Eagles have fallen to the Florida Air Academy Falcons, 77-42. Once again, I almost called them the Florida Flight Academy. It's that alliteration I keep tripping up. Now, Ben, you were only here for just a little over one half of the game. What do you think of North Broward's performance tonight?
Well, I definitely think they were overmatched in terms of size, but I think they played pretty well. If you look at the score, you won't see it that way. But North Broward was able to hang in for most of the game. It sort of got away from them in the 3rd and 4th quarters. But I think all they need to do is strengthen up the backside of that zone, just as Coach was talking about, and they're going to be able to compete with the best in the state.
I reinforce my point once again. Just because they lose on the scoreboard does not mean that they lose in the fundamentals or they lose in our hearts. Because North Broward is playing some excellent fundamental basketball these past couple of games as they head off into the locker room. And I really have to give them credit. They've been playing some better opponents. The Florida Air Academy will move up to 14-4. They are 11-3 on the road.
And that, I think, comes from an ability to pass the ball no matter where you're at. Because passing really is the name of the game. Crisp, effective passes, and they've been able to do so, getting into the paint, out of the wing, at the top of the key, whatever it is, to get inside, to get outside, and be able to open up shots.
North Broward will move to a 5-game losing streak. I don't know, are we bad luck?
No, we've only done 2 games.
Okay, I'll give you that. You know what? I get superstitious when it comes to sports because I'm from New York. I'm a Mets fan. I'm a Jets fan. I'm a Rangers fan. I'm used to rooting for losing teams. So
you need all the superstition you can
I need all the luck I can get.
What is that old Bud Light commercial? It's only weird if it doesn't work.
That's correct. Then again, we are also in high school. I'm not sure if we should be mentioning Budweiser.
Yeah, that's true. Just edit that out when you post it to YouTube.
Oh, that's no problem. Now, ladies and gentlemen, everyone's left the court pretty much except for us, so we're going to sign off for the night. I'm Sam Gelfand.
And I'm Ben Curtis. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back with you pretty soon. So long, everybody.
End the stream.